Chaka, I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today. I'm always blurry. I don't know why the heck I'm always blurry. So, all right, moving that back. Sorry for making you guys a little bit dizzy. This is a Earth 2 and OMI update video. I guess crypto in general, because we do have that big Elon Musk thing coming up tomorrow. We do have that him hosting Saturday Night Live. I was debating about using a thumbnail specifically with Elon Musk and Doge and Miley Cyrus, because that would have been hella fun. That would have been very exciting. But anyway, we have what's being known as the crypto summer starting. We have been in a bull cycle for quite some time now. Many people are suspecting a super cycle, which I'm 100% on board with. All right, let me get to comments real quick before I far too far behind. Ty Anderson, rock and roll on a Friday night. Heck yeah. Oh, what's up, Bay Maximo? How's it going? Nick Batchelor, TGIF. Let's get this bread. Let's go all night. Cynox says, what happens when all the OMI tokens are burned? So I don't know how long that would take, but the good thing is we are already 4 billion OMI tokens burned, 4 billion tokens deep. That means a lot. We did that in a couple of months, inside of a half a year. So that's very, very impressive. And OMI hasn't moved that much. Again, when in early April, when there was like 15,000 users, and you had, I don't know how many OMI holders, but the price of OMI when there was 15,000 users was like 0.003 cents, so 0.3 of 1 penny. And since then, now there's well over 250,000 users, and the price is less than double. So you use 17 or 18x of where you were, and then now we only double as far as OMI. But again, that's very, very good, because there's so many different users now. Every time things are bought and sold, every time there's new drops, that means more OMI is burned. So like I said, that's been very helpful to get into our 4 billion, the B as in Bravo, OMI that's been burned. So that's extraordinarily exciting. And outside of that, again, you're in the same time, at that same breath, while that's going on, parallel, you're also getting NFTs that are going to be great in the future, which are great already. If you buy them at the drop, you can flip them, double your money, or 1.5x your money the next day, or whenever the marketplace is available. And yeah, every once in a while, one of the cons of this is that the marketplace sometimes goes for maintenance, which it needs to do, because they need to upgrade the servers and do this and that. So there's good reason for that, and that's why I'm very, very bullish. So let me keep going on these comments real quick. So what happens when all the OMIs burn? That's not really going to be a concern probably for like 20 or 30 years. But again, you don't want to think of this in something as like, and I know I probably talk about it, but just people ask me, it's like, all right, here's a bull cycle. When do you think is the bear cycle? When do you think it's short term? So and again, I try not to think that way, because short term, I don't care what it does. But if you think in terms of short term, like three months, it's not good. You might make some money short term, but if you think in long of 3 decades, yeah, you're gonna make that. That's where generational wealth is made. That's where life-changing money over generations for your kids and your grandkids, everything is made. Again, if you believe in something long term. I have done that with Tesla. I've done, and I've talked about enough of my other investments and how I made a lot of money. But so the story, for those of you that don't know, or I'll just get back to what happens when all the OMI's burned. Then instead of, let's say it becomes $1, let's say 2025, we have $1 is 1 OMI. Then instead of 100 or 200 OMI being burned for every gem spent, you have only one OMI being burned for every gem spent. Now at that time, there's going to be not just a couple 100,000 users. There's probably going to be a couple to several to tens of millions of users. Again, these things take on a life of its own pretty much overnight. Again, once it goes viral, that's it. That is it. Which, again, we're hoping it doesn't do soon, because you want to get in as much as possible before it's under a penny. Now you can get it at like half a penny. And if you look at the 30-day chart, we're down 40%. Fine by me. Again, there was that guy, I forget his name, but he invested $150,000 at the top at 1 cent. Is he complaining? No. In one of his more recent videos, where he's going over SafeMoon, actually, he goes over SafeMoon. It's like, this isn't one of those cryptos that's already attached to something that's very good. And then he puts a picture of Vive, of the Viveverse, of Vive collectibles. It's like, okay, well, clearly he's still very, very bullish, even though he lost like half of his initial investment. But again, you don't lose that initial investment unless you actually cash in and lock in those losses. So the burn will get a lot slower when it does get to the point where, hey, there's maybe 100 billion OMI left. Okay, well, or probably less than that, because there's, I mean, let's say there's 100 billion OMI, and it's $1 per OMI. That's $100 billion company, which can probably be done. Like I said, 4 or 5 years, because not only because of the burn, but $100 billion company because of the licenses that it has, the NFTs that it drops. Again, just the actual market share that it's getting, that it's creating, and it's got an advantage over Tesla. And I don't make the comparison to Tesla again, because Tesla started in the electric vehicle market, and there was a very only small electric vehicle market share. It was maybe like 2% of all car sales, or not even that. And then it took maybe like 15 to 18% of electric car sales in that space. And then they expected it to grow, or they expected to lose market share as they would grow. As the electric vehicle market has grown, they've actually gained market share. Now, with these guys, they're not having to compete with other collectibles. I mean, I guess they are. Every collectible compete with each other. But Tesla's had to compete with internal combustion engines. These NFTs that they're making, they don't have to compete with like, oh, well, here's NFTs not made on crypto and the blockchain. Here's NFTs made out of carbon. Again, carbon-based life forms, most of the things that are made out of carbon, it's the most abundant thing in the universe. So you can make the argument that they're competing with other collectibles, like toys that are made, let's say, of Winter Soldier, from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oh, we have Winter Soldier in Captain America when he's got the silver arm and a metal arm, and now he's Winter Soldier when he's got the arm from Wakanda that's made of vibranium. It's like, okay, well, those could be collectibles, but probably not. These they have collectible in them. They're very, very smart with their marketing. Vive Collectibles and the Viveverse, and just what you can do with them. So when they get to a point where there's very, very few of them, let's say 1 billion of them left, oh my God, the price when there's just 1 billion of them left is going to be through the heckin' moon. Then you're going to see it as, okay, well, fractions of, let's say if it's $10 per OMI, let's say, or at like 2040, it's $10 per OMI, 19 years from now, which isn't that far away. And now every one gem that's spent would be 1/10 of an OMI that's burned. So you have to burn a lot. So honestly, the less that they get, the higher that these will go. Like, these will go very, very high, very, very quickly. How I Made says, yo, nice shave, looking good, Randy. Ah, well, thank you, How I Made. You are the best. Oh, Yuki said Eevee, please. I don't. Oh, there is an Eevee on here. Yes, there is. There's an Eevee right there. It's one of the only ones that's colored correctly. That's fantastic. I love Eevee. Actually, there's one of my most recent videos for Pokemon. It was just going over data sales, and I used a picture of an Eevee going like this, and it's very similar to a cat that's going like that. It's like, can't tell me this is not the same energy. I use that for my thumbnail. Yes, Ari Realty. It is a Pokemon shirt. Oh, Eevee for Earth 2, you mean, Yuki? Yeah. All right, so there's something very different that, speaking of Earth 2, that Catastrophe from Alpha Kingdom was on Guidebook Gaming Stream before. And what he was talking about, saying like, okay, well, there's going to be a very complex but very easy to understand marketplace. I think he was referencing like Wolfgang and Dylan like just visions. And he was saying, okay, well, your different tiles are going to produce essence and resources at a different rate, which makes sense because you have class 1 tiles, class 4 tiles, everything in between. And not only that, but you're going to have tiles on mountains, tiles in the ocean, tiles on sand, tiles on clay, tiles in the desert. And that makes a lot of sense because, similar to, like, let's say Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I've just been rewatching. It's really great. It's really good, by the way. It's really fun. It's really fun to go back and just see Tristan's voice change for like 3 episodes and then go back. It's really fun because if you have NFTs which they're hypothesizing that we're going to be able to mine on Earth 2, not just the eggs that we're given as NFTs, not just NFTs like tiles are NFTs, although but each tile that you can mine on, it might not just be resources and it might not just be essence. it might be other things. There could be hidden blocks, like similar to where you have on, not Paper Mario, on Mario Party, where you go, you roll the dice and you go on this block and you hit and you land on that block. Oh, actually, that block is actually a bonus block. You get an extra set amount of coins, or you get to go again. That's similar to what could probably happen on Earth 2, where you're going to be able to go and mine on these things. Oh, we're not just getting essence and resources. We're getting something else. We got an NFT. Kind of like a surprise, kind of like obviously the more tiles you have, the more that you, the more chance you have of getting those, kind of just rewarding the players that kind of put in the most. So it's still not pay to win. You can't just put in $100, be like, nope, I'm guaranteed an NFT if I spend $100. Although they might have something like that in the future as well. It's still pure luck. It's still pure chance. So that's something I'm very excited about also. Megatron, you heard, says, will tile prices go up faster than the Earth 2 credit card? Can I refinance and invest endlessly? I mean, you could probably borrow against them. I mean, I don't think the bank would recognize that yet as an asset. Although I would say that's an alternative asset, because it's something that is fairly liquid, as something that can go up in value. It tends to hold its value really well. So for me, I would consider that an alternative asset. It's not depreciating like a car, where you buy it, it's worth like 10% less as soon as you drive it off the lot. No, it's something that keeps its value and grows, similar to Pokemon cards. I would consider an alternative asset as well. Patrick Kobo says, a JP holding past $1, but still no kids. LOL. I don't think I'll ever have kids. So same. I will hold, and my money will go to many charities, and some of my friends' kids as well. Some of them deserve it. Fambulance Camming says, I was looking at the burn wallet. Looks like about 4 billion have been burnt so far. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. We reached that milestone before, and I'm very, very excited about it. So Knox says, did you see SpaceX Starship finally landed? I actually did not. I know he successfully launched another rocket earlier this week. I did not know that SpaceX Starship finally landed. Also in upstate New York, yesterday or 2 days ago, you can see the Starlink satellites going back and forth. They reposition themselves sometimes. It was a clear night, so people saw it. It was really cool. Maxwell Cook says, last I checked, there were a lot of C1 narrow tiles in the marketplace. 30 minutes. Oh, wow. I actually bought a couple of places today. If you ask me where, I have zero idea. I just went to the marketplace, and tiles that you could buy on the marketplace for 50 cents or 60 cents are being sold for 35 cents. Like, done. So I didn't buy a whole mess. I bought maybe like 20 something tiles, just because, okay, I'm getting more tiles. I'm pretty sure they're a class 2, because I don't think class 3 happens until you reach like $1 maybe, or however much. But I got some class 2 tiles for like 35 cents. Like, oh, this is great. Like, this is perfect. This is fantastic. I love that. Yeah, I just wish I had more money to buy more. Because again, more resources, more tiles, more mining. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you for 10 likes already. Thanks, guys. Dan G says, if you compare Decentraland versus E2, do you think E2 could ever become more relevant than Decentraland? I kind of regret not buying Mana when it was in the sense and perhaps a couple of tiles. Yes, I think E2 will definitely surpass Decentraland. One, again, because of the passion of the group, the passion of the people that are developing it, and then the fact that the graphics are going to be amazing. You have Wolfgang working on the not only just the economy, but you have the languages in there, like basically inventing a new form of Elvish, inventing a new form of whatever they speak in Skyrim, just inventing new things, which is just incredible. I don't know how people do that. I'm good at learning languages, inventing them, I would not be. And then again, just because of the people who are attached, like Wolfgang, Dylan CEO, and Shane, just people going all in. I think 100% this goes way past anything else that's ever been made, which hasn't been a lot. I mean, you start with Second Life, you go to Decentraland, My Neighbor Alice, all these different places, and this is nothing like this to this level has ever occurred. Again, it's historic, it's disruptive. What happens to disruptive industries? They thrive in any type of market, because it doesn't matter if we're in a bull market or a bear market. Disruptive industries like Tesla, like Square, anything that is disrupting the industry that they're in, whether it's electric cars, whether it is utilities, or whether it's like you said, virtual reality or collectibles, virtual real estate. These are multi-trillion-dollar industries that nobody is looking at yet, and we are still getting in on the ground floor. You could have never bought a tile. This is the first time you're seeing the stream. You check it out. You're still getting in on the ground floor. There's still Class 2 tiles that you can get on the marketplace. Apparently, Class 1 tiles you can get on the marketplace as well. Very, very cheap, and literally setting up a financial future. Obviously, just buying tiles and not doing anything with it, it's going to be like having land in Farmville. Your place will be withered if you don't take care of it. You don't do anything with it. But if you go and you buy it and take care of it and you mine the resources, and again, I guarantee you, people are getting a little salty at this. That again, it's luck of the draw. It's pot luck. Someone is going to go in with like 5 tiles, not knowing what the heck they're doing, and just getting the super rare mega item that nobody else has, and they get money because of it, and they sell it for way under they should have, and somebody who snipes it, guarantee you that happens, and I will be very salty about that. And Dan G with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. With the bird and the littler bird, his head looks like an egg. So yeah, Dan G, I hope I answered your question with that. Aaron Finn says, talk about being Slytherin. I need info. So I took 2 quizzes with Harry Potter. One was a Pottermore, the other one I forget what it was, but one of them said I was a Ravenclaw, one of them said I was a Slytherin. And I was like, okay, so I just embrace it. I got a Slytherin shirt when I went in 2016, and then I think I got another shirt. I think I got a Ravenclaw shirt when I went in 2019. Combine Fusion Ha with myself in order to do that. But no, I like certain things. I like tradition. I don't like change. So obviously you have to change with the times. I've been successful, but the idea that certain things like, I like the way it was. Like I like older things. I spent a lot of time with my grandma when I was younger, and she didn't have cable. I'd be watching Mr. Rogers. I'd be watching PBS. And then I love cable. I loved watching Scooby-Doo or Pup Named Scooby-Doo, and just anything with cartoons. But I really enjoyed those times. Just talking about life with my grandma when I was younger, and seeing the world change very rapidly. Like it was hard for her. Like video games just very, very different, because life for her was the same for like 50 years, and then technology happens, and it's like, oh wow, things change very, very slowly for 50 years. This decade you got a color TV. This decade you have a ham radio. This decade, so different things. Things happen slowly, gradually, but now things change. It's like Brooks in Shawshank Redemption saying, well, the world went and got itself in a hurry. Yeah, it did. And it happens a lot sooner than you think. So Chris Rose with a $1.49 super chat with a hot dog. I love hot dogs. I have not had a hot dog in so long. It has been, I don't know how long. Actually, I went to IKEA. For those of you that don't know, IKEA is a place that has a lot of furniture, but they also used to have 50-cent hot dogs. And again, another reason why I'm a Slytherin. So they used to have 50-cent hot dogs, and I went after like years of not going, and I go, and there was this thing where and they were really good. They tasted really good. Like not like ballpark franks that you'd get at like Shea Stadium back when it was Shea Stadium, now it's Citi Field, where the Mets used to play. Again, I live in New York, but I went there, and not only did they increase the price by 50%, so now there were 75-cent hot dogs, but they boiled them. They weren't on rollers anymore. They boiled the hot dogs. Like, what garbage is this? What did you do? How dare you assault my childhood by boiling these hot dogs? Like, I could not even eat. I gave my friend, like, Justin, you take this. I cannot eat. I was so salty. Very, very salty. So Maxwell Cook says, I got 2 in LA earlier for $20. Oh wow, nice. Keep it up. Patrick Crovo says, I keep dreaming of South Park featuring an episode with Vive. Then Vive drops South Park characters soon after that. I saw speculation. I think I put in the title. I speculate something like that. I think similar to when I think this won't come for a little while, but you know how I think a few years ago Eminem just dropped an album randomly at 12 o'clock midnight. There was no promotion for it. There was no he didn't go on like talk show. He didn't go on any radio spots and just talk about it. Like, yeah, I got a new album coming out. No, he just randomly dropped it 12 o'clock midnight. It was the number one thing like 8 hours later. Like, it's word of mouth. Just like, oh shoot, he dropped it. So things like that, I think, is going to happen. Not just with things like South Park, where they do that and then V announces it, which will happen eventually, but things that were, things that are, and some things that should not have been forgotten. Comment down below if you get where that's from. But I think at some point, I remember when, let's say Nesquik, they did an ad, or they had a commercial. They said, "What is your most creative way to shake up your Nesquik? Before you drink it?" And I had this great idea. What I did was I duct taped two Nesquik on either side, and I put it next to me, and I made sure they were there, and I jumped rope, and I filmed myself, and I sent it in, and they didn't use it. They didn't even heckin' use it. They used this kid on like a pogo stick. And I was like, that's not inventive at all. There's no athletic. There's a little athletic ability, but what was this question again? Oh yeah, so I think at some point they're gonna have a competition. Kind of like, when Charlie and the Chocolate Factory says, "Hey, I've hid a golden ticket inside one of these candy bars. If you get it, you get a free tour, whatever." And I would call him a genius. The man's going to sell 1 million bars. If they have a contest like that, like Nesquik did, or was Nesquik Nabisco, or was that? But I think that they'll do something like that where Vive will say, "Hey, if you send in video, or if you upload video, because now we live in an age where you can just upload it to YouTube." Of you having a cool idea with these characters, or a cool video with these characters, we'll use you on our official website, we'll use it, whatever. And then that's just a great way for people to flood the market with Vive content. So I think they should do that with, I don't know if the characters they already have, like you have DreamWorks, you have Hasbro, whatever, that'd be really fun. Or do it with characters that they don't have yet. Like, I'm thinking breakfast cereal mascots. I had a dream one day. I was on base, McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey, that I was at the dining facility, ran out of chocolate milk, and the base was being attacked by giant breakfast cereal mascots. So I don't know if that's Nabisco or Nestle, but I think that's something that should be able to, they should go for. Like, they should go for that, the guy that loves, not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Who's the really crazy rabbit dude who looks like Donnie from Wild Thornberries? Honeycomb. Me want Honeycomb. They should do that with that. They should do that with Tony the Tiger. They should do that with, and I mentioned Willy Wonka before. Anything that's why the Nestle or Nabisco thing, they should go for those characters, because they're characters. There's something that was so ubiquitous that back in the 90s. We all had very good good memories with them. That's going to hit the nostalgia button. So I think Vivi should do that as well. Vivi, if you're listening, do that. Fabulous Camping says, I had a good first experience on Vivi. One of the Kripkins I bought yesterday for $7 sold for $100 today. Not bad having. Yeah, that's almost 13x on actually it is. It's actually 14x, more than 14x. I can see people getting hooked really quickly. Yeah, people buying it and then flipping it really, really quickly. That's, wow, good for you. You must have a low serial number or something. Aaron Finn says, I think the fact that Earth 2 is based on the actual Earth, where Decentraland is made up, will make Earth 2 more relevant in the long run. I don't know how much land there actually, how much space there actually is in Decentraland, but we know the dimensions of Earth 2. We know the fact that, also, what kind of like a pro or con double-bladed sword here, or double-edged sword, is that some people don't like the fact that there's a limited amount of space. Where I think that's really good, because a limited amount of space means that it's finite, and whoever has it right now, there's only a certain amount of tiles that are going to be able to be sold, and they cut us off at some point. And once that happens, tile space will go through the roof. It doesn't matter at that point. It does not matter what you will have on your tiles. People are just going to get tiles just because they can't get it. When you tell people you can't get something, oh, I need it, like that. That's exactly what happens. So yeah, I think I think Earth 2 will be more relevant in the long run. Even as soon as it starts, that there's going to be like dogfights for a couple of years, like, oh, who's passing who, and then you'll see Earth 2 just take off, just absolutely take off. Drew W says, how do you think essence will be distributed? For instance, people who have tiles in mines and known resource-rich areas should receive more essence. All tiles are not created equal. So I actually don't like this. They kind of like backpedaled here. Originally, they said that, do not buy in mines, do not buy in any places. You're not going to be able to. That's not how this is going to work. And then the people ignored that and they just started buying mines and stuff and everything. And I did not. And then Earth 2 was like, you know what? We should probably make it so everyone's buying in these mines. We should probably make it so that they give them something. I'm like, no, don't do that. That is BS. That is bullcrap. Like I listened to you. I was a good one. I was a good noodle. I'm a good noodle from SpongeBob. And so I go and I was very, very salty about that. So I go and buy some like oil, $1,000 oil reserve, and they say, hey, we're just not going to do oil. Like, are you kidding me? So I don't know what they're doing. But as far as your question with Essence, it is said is that the idea behind Essence, it's probably just going to be based on tile class, whether you have tile class 1 or 4 or whatever in between. Tile class 1 will probably give you the most essence, it'll give you the most resources, and then, that's it. You'll still get resources with tile class 4, but just maybe not as much. So I think that's how. I don't think mines will have really anything to do with it. Hi, Anderson says, let's see those pipes of thunder on 50 likes. Let's go. Let's get their spread, boys. Let's get their spread. So Ty Anderson, that'll be great. I can't wait to see that. Chris Rose says, I honestly just won't feel safe with E2 until they get a proper withdrawal platform. Yeah, that's a fair point. And I still have friends that are not in until they could win. I was like, guys, you could have like 10, 20 extra money right now. They're like, yeah, I just don't feel safe. Which I get. It's kind of like me and Safe Moon. Until Safe Moon does something, like they pass a couple of hurdles that they need to pass, well, I feel safe and invested. So I understand that 100% because, hiccups, sorry. Just because you have it's hard to withdraw. Although the cards are going to make it very easy to withdraw. So in the next couple of weeks when the cards are being handed out, hopefully that'll ease people's concerns. Artie says, is Earth 2 and Ecomi working together or what? Going toward? They probably will in the future because, again, the developers of Ecomi, I was saying that it wouldn't make much sense if we just went and had NFTs for you to look at. That might get boring after a while, but what we would be able to do is go to cross platforms, go on other things, and Earth 2 would just be perfect. So I'm pretty sure they are at some point, but it probably won't be until the NFTs have utility, like until you can ride a T-Rex, until you can drive a be an Optimus Prime. Again, if they have Bandai, they have Power Rangers. So, oh my God, Power Rangers is going to be epic. The Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, Dragonzord. So until you can do something like that, there's probably not going to be cross-platform. But I would say give it a couple of years, 1 to 2 years. But again, they're still working on their own pipeline. They're still working on their own product. So before they share with everyone else, they want to get a bunch of users and they want to get a bunch of everything else. So good question, Artie. And Chris Rose with $2 super chat. You guys are the best with all that you do with those super chats. Y'all are my bays. Again, Dan G, thank you for that super chat. Quad Choto says, the one and only Randy. What up, Quad Choto? I am here. I am going and just answering questions, just speculating a lot. Like we were saying, we had Catastrophe on Guidebook Gaming saying about the network of the marketplace and how it's going to be complex but easy to use, very simple. And with that, again, me watching Yu-Gi-Oh!, I think that the NFTs that we have, or again, in the warring world, like PvP, or guild versus guild, whatever it is, you might, depending on where you are, let's say you have an NFT that you can use in the warring world that is like part rock, like monsters from Yu-Gi-Oh!, or you have something that is part fire, and like Magmar from Pokemon, and they might be able to get field type attack bonuses or field bonuses based on where the warring world is, based on where we play. It's like in Chaveztopia, where let's say we have Warring World Chaveztopia, and we have ice monsters, they're probably going to get some type of bonus where it'll be different. Like you would not want to use ice monsters on a volcano. Although that would be interesting because if a volcano freezes up too quickly, it explodes, as explained by Pokemon, and that's Pokemon science. So it'd be really cool to see different types of things. Like our dinosaur is going to be weak to fire because that's how they're destroyed. Like Jason Voorhees, he's weak to water. Freddy's weak to fire. So that'll be very interesting. That's going to be very complex, the way that they're going to have that. Are they going to have the same type of setup as Pokemon? Is it going to be more towards Fire Emblem? I don't know, but I'm very excited about it. Like, I can't stop speculating about it. Before I get too hard in speculation, go back to some questions here. I'm 14 minutes behind. Next Friday, I'm probably spending a little over $100 on a Buttercup NFT. Wait, next Friday? Oh, okay, gotcha. My mind was like, wait, are they dropping them again? I was like, oh wait, they're marketplace. But yeah, Buttercup was the most like kick-ass girl like there, because except when Bubbles went hardcore. If you remember that episode where Bubbles goes to like level like 9, she's like, I'm hardcore. Tara Strong is great. I love her. But yeah, I think any of that trio will be worth a lot in the future. Like, it should be worth a lot now. So I think that's a good investment for the future. So good job, Maxwell Cook. Yuki says $10. It's on an ocean tile. Oh, very good. And I love the utility that we have. Where, let's say if you have, you buy a different. Let's say you want to be a, water type gym or water type Warring World person. So you buy all these tiles on water, but then the NFTs that you get, or the monsters that you get from mining on that water as like a troll, is going to be all like rock and land and fire. And the great thing that you can do is you're going to be able to go and change. Thank you for 15 likes, guys. And change and terraform those tiles into whatever you want. If you have a sand monster, you could change it to sand, or like a desert type place. Or again, if it's fire, you can change it to a volcano type place with a bunch of lava. That type of thing that you'll be able to do, and that's what makes it utility. You can take your monsters, let's say you bulky and you have a lot of water type places, and I'm in Chaveztopia. I could make a part 2 Chaveztopia or embassy in the water somewhere, in Atlantis. I don't know if wherever there's a megacity on the water. Hey, let me do that. Again, that type of thing is genius. That's genius. That's so heckin' cool. So, Frisco says, my man Randy, what's up, Frisco? How's it going? We are going. Oh, so it is a half hour. So I'm going to let's see what we got here. Lips as sweet as candy, taste is on my mind. Oh man, I completely messed up those lyrics. I'm so sorry, guys. But here's my Patreon list. I always do a song. I've been derping on the songs. I feel like I've been doing videos for so long. I've gone through every single song I know. I might just have to start doing albums now. I'll start the next one with Green Day, because I love them. Chris, again, thank you so much for that hot dog super chat. You are the man. Chris Rose says, I remember those. Yes, we all remember those. The breakfast commercials. Oh, and the hot dogs from IKEA. Those are so good, so good. Quad Shoto says Costco hot dogs poppin'. I haven't had Costco hot dogs, but that could be really interesting. That could be. I went on this thing in New York for like the best burger and the best sandwich. I think I found them, but yeah, best hot dog I haven't done yet. Probably would have been Shea Stadium. Chris Rose says I used to just go and get lost and have a hot dog, multiple hot dogs. They were cheap back then, so you could go in with $5 and eat like a king. A king, like that is calories for the day. Like, oh, because ice cream was only $1 too. So you go in, let's say you get what's 4 so let's say you get 8 hot dogs well, that would be a little too much for me. I'd only get like maybe 3 or 4. So let's say $3 gets you 4 hot dogs and an ice cream cone. That's beautiful. And then water at the water fountain back when water fountains were a thing. I don't think they're a thing anymore now due to COVID. But we all have our so actually apparently I can't drink anything outside of water here because I get demonetized. So I'm gonna go and real quickly drink the. All right, there we go. I hopefully saw that. Like, obviously the super chats still count when I get monetized, but the ads when the stream is over don't run. Sam's Club pizza. Oh, dude, pizza sounds so good. I've been dieting. Not really, but I've been trying to watch what I eat a little bit because I have a wedding tomorrow and I picked up the tux. I should have been in here all in a tux today. That would have been great, but I didn't. So, oh, Chris, you work at Costco. Oh man. Oh, honestly, I would work there just for the bulk item foods. Oh, that sounds so good. Quattro says Doge predictions tomorrow night. So Elon Musk was asking people on the street saying like, hey, what are some skits that you guys would like to see? Like, what do you guys think would be funny? And I was like, Doge. And I was like, really? Like, they were like a mob. Like, they sounded like those seagulls from Finding Nemo. They're like, mine. They're like, Doge. I don't know why I became British when I said Doge. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure he's going to do something. And he actually even shared a photo with him, Miley Cyrus, and a Doge thing popping in, a Shiba Inu. So, oh my god, my shoulder. Ugh, too much hammer curls today. Yeah, so the Doge prediction, I don't know what it is now. Maybe it was like 60 cents. It might go to 80 cents or $1. I feel like and then it'll trade sideways. Again, the number 5 crypto, I don't know why. You can't do anything with it. People are crazy, but that's it. I feel like a boomer. But I was there. Like, I was there. I was 3,000 years ago, Gandalf. I was there. Like, do not cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when they were written. Like Liam Neeson as Aslan. I was there when Doge was born, not the dog, the meme. Again, Chris Rose, thank you for that thumbs up and that super chat. Pamblin says, withdrawal platforms, the withdrawal process on Vive seems to be non-existent at this point, correct? Now, I have made that good sale. I'm not finding any way to turn my gems into anything. Thoughts? Yeah, so they are working on that, but why some people are think like it's a scam, it's a little salty, is because they're like, oh, I can give them my money, but I can't take my money out. Once it's there forever. So that is something they are working on, that you can not confirm and transfer them. They turn them into OMI, so you can convert that. And this is what I actually don't like about this with Vive. All right, so what they do, when let's say you put in $100 worth of gems, or $100, they give you 100 gems, but they eat 30% of that, because when you put in $100 or any type of money, Apple or Google, they take 30% of that. So what is happening is that if you put in $100, they're only getting $70 worth, Vive, and they're giving you 100 gems. And if you decide you want to take those 100 gems out, convert back to $100, they give you $100, and they eat that $30 fee that Google and Apple take out. I do not like that at all. You're just gonna have some a-holes just, oh yeah, put in like 10,000 and then withdraw 10,000, withdraw, just to be a troll. And it's like, I hope they ban those people, but I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I don't like that, because that's a loss of a lot of money. Yeah, that's losing a lot. So that's something that I don't know if it worries me. Clearly, they have it in their, however profitable they are. They probably have insanely good margins where they could afford to eat that. But that's just something that I don't like. But again, they are working on that. That should be available in the next couple weeks. So fret not. Quadshoto says RuneScape NFTs would be cool. Oh, anytime. Yeah, that'd be great. I wonder where. I don't know what they're going to announce next. Because I mean, formally we know pretty much everything that they have. Whatever they announce, we're not going to be surprised. We're just going to be pumped. Like, they announced it. It's official. Maxwell Cook says the Blessed Thunder Fury, or whatever the sword was called in World of Warcraft. I'll take that into the warring world. Yeah, that's also something that might not be fair. Like, let's say, someone with money. Let's say there's like 3 amazing good items in this game that really helps you, and somebody offers, let's say like $5,000 for that item. If you're a kid that just, oh wow, $5,000, yeah, I just does it for free. Yeah, okay, cool. And then the guy does that for the 3 different items, spends $15,000. Okay, yeah, but in that same time, he's going to dominate the warring world, or she's going to dominate the warring world. I could picture Predict doing that, and all mine, and just because that's. Yeah, so I hope that doesn't happen. I hope there are no like 2 OP items that do that, because that'd kind of be unfair. We don't have to gang up against the person with the 3 items, like throwing everything at them. That'd be pretty fun, But yeah, I hope I get some items like that. I'll try to buy some items like that just to be cool. Maybe, I don't know. See how Omi's doing at that point. Drew W says, what do you think of the speculation on the Joker's identity? And if accurate, what could it mean for crypto implementation? There are people saying that it might be Wolfgang, that it might be one of the developers. I don't think so. I don't know if they've contacted me yet. A lot of the big players do. Our Realty, Predict, Gabba Gaming, Nameless and Tech Ops, but Joker has not contacted me yet. Probably because most of them just doing streams right now, and the videos are just not there anymore. But I don't know what that could mean for implementation. I don't think it would be fair if it was one of the developers, because they know like where to buy and everything. But what could it mean for crypto implementation? I don't know. I don't think really one person could influence that, unless if you're putting in millions of dollars, which that that international coffee place that has bought in, where they buy in Djibouti. They bought there so far. So that's something that could be, they could influence it if they put in millions of dollars into the game. Where right now we have Predict is the largest one at 330,000. Might be a little more by now. I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone could actually influence that. Ty Anderson says, what would be a good guess, or what would a good guess be on what 10 wood resource do and what it could resell for versus an E2 price? If I'm reading that correctly, if you mine 10 pieces of wood, maybe you could sell it for $1 or 10 cents or 5 cents, whatever. I mean, you're gonna, in order for it to beat the market, because you're gonna be able to buy those resources from the Earth 2 marketplace. In order to beat that, let's say if it's 10 pieces of wood for $1, you're gonna have to sell for 50 cents. Or you're gonna have to say like, hey, I'll give you this, for the same price for $1, but I'll give you 20 pieces of wood. That's what I'm gonna be doing for a lot of citizens in Chaveztopia. What would it do? I'd say 10 pieces of wood. Maybe you could build like half a house with it, or a wall of a house, or maybe like a bridge made of wood, something along those lines. I don't think roads made of wood would do anything well. And what could it resell for versus E2 price? What could it resell for? It just depends what you do with the wood. If you have like, let's say, good crafts making skills, you're like a swordsman or you're a craftsman, woodworker, what's that called? Carpenter, like Jesus. You go and if you make it into something cool, then people actually pay you. Like they'll give you the wood, you just use your carpentry skills, and then they give you $5 or whatever, and then you just give it back to them. Like you don't even have to do that with your own wood. You're gonna be, and honestly, you're gonna have people that are let's say you have different points in the game. You can use it towards luck, towards skill. Okay, what skill on the tech tree that you're gonna want? Oh, I like to temper steel. I like to make swords and spears and weapons, and they're the best in the game at that. They're gonna have people knocking down their heckin' door. They're never gonna be able to rest. It's like, hey, make me a sword, make me this, because their skill is so good that they don't need to sell their own steel. They don't need to sell their own iron or whatever. People are just gonna come to them with it, just make it for them. So you craft it, and then you give it back to them, and they give you money. That's gonna be a big one too, because let's say people don't want to put anything into craftsmanship. Let's say they have enough money to pay a craftsman. They want to put everything they have into speed or power or something else or luck, because they can pay people to make the best weapons. Oh God, that's heckin' brilliant. That is a good question. That's a good thing, Ty Anderson. Good thinking. John Dobler says, what up, Randy? How's it going, John? Howdy. Quad Shoulder says, simpler times. Yes, we were all, finished my protein. All right, it's water time now. Maxwell Cook says, so you can wear Pokemon shirts or any shirt, but can't say what. Yeah, I don't know why. Like when I was the other day when I was eating that Canadian candy bar, I got demonetized. Like, are you kidding me? Because I showed like the thing of the title of candy. Yeah, it's stupid. YouTube's weird. YouTube's weird, man. Maxwell Doge says Doge hit 0.73 earlier, stable around 69 cents. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. That's great. Wow, Doge, good for you. I still won't buy, but I guess I'm low-key rooting for it. Kind of like when it doesn't really matter, but like when you were riding in the car, when your parents were driving and it was raining and you would silently cheer for the little raindrops that are racing down your window. I'm silently cheering for Doge, just a little bit, because it's outrageous. Vanillus Cameron says, I'm not sure Randy is aware of the speculation that Drew is referring to. I'm not sure I am either. Comment down below, elaborate a little bit. National Cook says, I want to be a blacksmith when I don't have to manage EDM land. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think you could probably do both. You could put points into blacksmithing and then, just manage EDM land as you manage it. I don't think you really need any points to do that. I hope not, anyway, because I need to manage Chaveztopia. And Squid Cat says, builders will rule the E2 world. I agree 100%. I think you're going to have these people that are just skilled, like amateur architects or architects in general, coming in being like, hey, I'm going to build this really, really quickly because they know how to. And like I said, the first to market, whether it's a house, whether it's a building, whether it's a gym, whether it's a coffee house, whatever it is that you want, those are going to be the types of stories, those are going to be the types of people and locations that people are going to flock to at first, because it's the first cool hangout spot. And then, there's a taco stand, there's a burger joint, like There's places where you can just go and chill and relax, like a Starbucks. Like, people go in get a $5 coffee and they sit on the internet like all day. It's like, oh god, where's my hair tie? It's been on the ground. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore. Throws it over there. So that's the type of thing that I think will be really beneficial, because you have people with a lot of resources. Oh, you need a building? There you go. Build it. Pay me. You need to build it? Yeah. So that's the type of thing where I would try to do that, but again, I have to build everything for Chaveztopia, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, how to do that for others. So I'll build things in Chaveztopia first, and hopefully I just get revenue from the foot traffic. Not really selling my buildings to anyone. I'll keep you all posted on what I do. Ty Ender says, IBM created Doge. I have 200 for fun, and the fun is now profit. Oh, good for you. IBM. Are you sure IBM created Doge? Like the IBM? Okay, I mean, if they did, cool. But yeah, that fact you have 200, now it's profit. Keep it up. Keep it going. Get that bread. Drew W says, Mitch Pim points to evidence that Joker is concerned to GoChain. It's in his latest video and makes a lot of sense with evidence to back it up. That is really interesting. So if it is connected to GoChain somehow, oh god, that'd be insane. I don't know if they could do that, where if a potential partner is going in and buying places that they, well, I guess anyone that has influence, like you're not gonna shame Logan Paul if he comes in and buys these places because he has influence anywhere he buys. So yeah, maybe they can get around that way. If it is the founder of GoChain or anyone on GoChain, would buying near him influence crypto? Or if it is him, how would that influence crypto? Well, either way, GoChain is like the new HTTPS. Like everyone's using it. Like that's how things are sent and everything. So I'm very, very excited. So whether it's GoChain or is that Chainlink? I keep forgetting. I keep mixing up the two. They have chain in them. But either way, they're both good. They're both something that GoChain is the one that's very, very environmentally friendly. Oh, my back. Oh, my chest. Oh, my body. So either way, I love the idea. Whatever crypto we have, I'm buying as much as I can of it. I haven't put in the title, like I'm putting more than 50% of my net worth into virtual real estate and cryptocurrency. So rolling the dice on this. Drew W says, oh yeah, all right, so I just read that. Dougie Fresh says, when Vive does Pokemon NFT, will I be able to train and fight my Pokemon NFT with others? So there probably will be some form of relationships and levels that you can do, because again, they do want to have a fighting world. They do want to have a Super Smash Brothers type, Viviverse, where all these different characters come together. Oh god, this is so epic. That people are sleeping on this right now. I understand. Again, had it not been for Earth 2, me looking for what Earth 2's crypto is going to be, had I not found OMI, maybe I wouldn't have known about VV. Maybe because I just read into crypto. I probably would have found it eventually. But this is something that is just, people are sleeping on it because of what this is already. What this is I'm not even talking about what they're accomplishing, what they're going to accomplish, the licenses that they have for the companies that they have. These guys are so far ahead of everyone else, and when people just find out, like, oh, they have all these different licenses, they have, 250,000 users right now. It's very, very light, but it's growing exponentially. Like, it is growing so quickly. Buy it just for the growth. Buy the OMI chain just because there's a finite amount and there's 4 billion burned in the last couple months. That's ridiculous. So not even including what they're going to do with it. Not even talking about how they're disrupting collectibles. Like, this is the way it's going. This is the way art is going. This is the way collectibles are going, for so many different reasons. Again, $1 trillion industry with that. But the fact that they're going to be they're going to be interactive. They're already interactive. You could do stuff with them, but being able to train them, being able to have a relation. Oh, however much Batman and Superman are side by side, their relationship gets stronger. It'll be similar to either, those cards from Yu-Gi-Oh, the ones that Joey has, that when they fight side by side, they get stronger. Or if they're like Fire Emblem and you put them together a lot, their relationship grows the better they do in battle together, the more bonuses they get, more speed. And not even the fact that they're going to cross-platform. Oh my god. People are sleeping on the fact that Yeah. So like I said, short term I don't care what it does because long term it's going to the heckin' moon. Like there is so much. On average, like I said, I still think the more I think about it, 10 cents is conservative. I might over the next couple of weeks, depending on what exchanges goes on, I might change my. Right now, my bull case is 12 to 15 cents by the end of the year. I might go beyond that. Again, right now, that's what it is. Base case is 10 cents. Bear case is 6 cents by the end of the year. Um, but I think this goes very, very quickly. Moving on. Ethan Youngberg says, "What do you think about Earth 2 credit card?" I think it's great. I think that is a simple, easy solution to the problem that they had with paying people. And my knees hurt, my back hurts. They had a simple solution to, and they're implementing it, and they needed to do that. So I'm glad they did it that way. And outside of that, now we can look forward to the announcement of the cryptocurrency, and we can look forward to phase 2. So it's going slowly but steady. We're going. Time's arrow keeps moving forward, and this is what we're doing. So I enjoy the credit card. I want to get a gold-plated credit card. Rayfax brought up the idea the other day of having. What about Shane's tweet about plate of gold credit card? So if they have that, I'm going to get it because I want it. Ty Anderson says, more action. Dogecoin started in 2013 as a joke between two engineers, IBM software engineer Billy Marcus and Adobe software engineer. Okay, so that's what I mean. Yeah, so it wasn't like a project. It was just their own little thing, but they happened to work for IBM. Yeah, they're very smart. But again, I don't like the fact that hundreds of thousands of Doge coins are created each day. I just don't like things that are not finite. Again, just my personal opinion, just my personal preference. Clearly a number 5 crypto in the world, so they did something right. Pamela's Cammy says 4 billion burned already 6 months from the launch of the app is pretty heckin' incredible. It will be scarce and super valuable in the long run. Agreed, 100%. And this 4 billion burned with 250,000 users. Like that's it. And I mean the amount of OMI holders that there are, we have 100,000. And out of the first, I think, 100, you have the first 100 holders, the top 100 holders have over 1 billion coins. Obviously, they're going to liquidate some of that starting on May 11th, on Monday. But you have some people like, again, you have millionaires already in this hobby, but you also have people tend to forget they only think of millionaires as people with money. There's people like me that are worth between $100,000 and $900,000 that have money that I wouldn't say irresponsible with it, but it's cowboy with it. But nope, all in because we know how big this is going to be, and the fact that analysts aren't even paying attention to this. So we're very far from that, very far from big institutional money. But again, I have OMI on the Chavez Trading Company's balance sheet and the Chavez Canto Project's balance sheet. I'm one of the only companies to do that so far. A lot of people are doing Bitcoin, so I'm not first to market there, but I am first. I think as far as small business owner to have that on their balance sheet. So doing it for OMI. I know the business owners here. Let me know. Doug E. Fresh, howdy, says, "Oh my God, if the Pokemon NFT are going to be similar to the Smash Bros. Setting, Vive would be the Tesla of EV cars." Yeah, I think they're already. I've made the comparison to Tesla before of how. Yeah, because of Tesla's not only the best batteries, they're going to be the best in solar, their own utility company. They have auto bidder software, they have insurance for their cars, and ride sharing and full self-driving. That they have won the decade. They have won the decade. Nobody is catching them. That's why I'm not selling any of my shares. 188 shares I'm not selling. Whereas Viviverse, where all these other companies are trying for, they say, yeah, we want licenses, but they don't have them yet. We're on that stream where Vivi's apparently with their peers don't even have any licenses yet. They don't have any slideshows present. I think it was Dan Crothers or was it Reese? And there's like, all right, so here's our slideshow. Boom, Superman. Boom, Wonder Woman. Boom, Batman. Boom, Cartoon Network, Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls, NFL, Marvel, going off, just name dropping everyone, just bomb. Mic drop, and they're just saying like, yeah, the competition. They're just laughing at everyone and saying, yeah, we have all these licenses already. There hasn't been a license that we wanted that we haven't been able to get. They have not heard the word no ever. And you have all these other companies that are right next to them, just in awe, like, wow, like they are rethinking. Like are they Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or they is like want to go home and rethink? They're going home and they're rethinking their lives because they'll compete for second place and they'll get some sort of market share. Again, second place is not bad. But Vive is the overwhelming victor by a long shot. Nobody is touching them. They are sprinting a mile ahead. Everyone else is not even out the gate yet. Like it's ridiculous. So when people look at me and they say like, this Pokemon card that you got last year, that you paid a record price point for, that you nearly killed yourself to get, yeah, it went up and you're selling it and you're putting almost half of that into this OMI coin that's no one's ever heard of. Yes. And again, for the 5th time the past 4 years, people think I'm crazy. I have been proven time and time again I am not. I'm not crazy. This is gonna work. Maxwell Cook says, I've been flipping Doge all day so I could get some. Oh, wow. Oh, so you're a trader. I do not have the cojones to trade like that, to day trade crypto. I don't think I'm smart enough. What I know is good. I buy and hold, and I'll sell up yonder. Sell up to the moon. Doug E. Fresh says, what's your OMI prediction for 2024, assuming they execute on their Pokemon NFT interaction? Well, at that point, that they, more than 2 years from now, they're going to have the interactions that we're talking about. 2024, I'd say, because between 2024 and 2026, mid 2020 is my prediction for $1. So 2024, it could be maybe the start of it, maybe at like 60 cents, 80 cents, whatever. Because again, at that point, going from 60 cents to 66 cents is not that much. At that point, 6 cents right now is a lot. 6 cents right now is we're 12xing where we are right now. But 6 cents there, it's only 10%. So it won't take too much to be able to go. And at that point, people are going to buy OMI really just because of how profitable the company is, how long it's going to stick around for, and how much it's growing, which is going to be growing every single day. I mean, right now, again, less than 500,000 users. It's at a certain point, but once it starts getting to the top of the Apple and OMI the Apple and Google apps users in the App Store and the iOS Store, it's a snowball effect. It's going to start getting more and more and more. So I would say by 2024, I would put it in between 60 cents and $1, and I know that's a very broad spectrum, but also it's a long time. 1 year, and that's the start. I think it reaches $1 between 2024 and 2026, and 60 cents at that point. Yeah, that's not outside the realm of possibility. It's not out of the question. I could be wrong, and again, this is just my base case. Bull case, I don't know. Bear case, I don't know. But yeah, I would say around 60 cents, give or take, but definitely over 50 cents by that time. So just my prediction, not financial advice, not financial advice. Tim Vick says, the Viviverse sounds a lot like what Earth 2 will be. Vive should just use Earth 2 as the Viviverse. Well, they want to do their own thing. It's going to be different because, Viviverse, they have the NFTs, and you have your little room right now that you can put all your NFTs, but the interaction, they're probably going to have their own places. They might have their own arenas. They might have their own spaces. It'll work great. It's like work like peanut butter and jelly, like lox and cream cheese on a bagel with Earth 2, but in that same breath, they're going to want to do it on their own. They don't want to use someone. They're very vertically integrated, where they have their own place, they have their own marketplace as well, same way as Earth 2. So they stand on their own very, very well, but they're going to be like the two towers for virtual art and virtual real estate, and being able to show off that virtual art in your virtual real estate. Yeah, museums is definitely one thing I want to do. Definitely one thing I want to do in Chaveztopia, because art deserves to be cherished and loved. Should I hold off until Monday/Tuesday to buy my OMI? I mean, that might not be a bad idea, just because a lot of people are expecting that quick dump. But also at the same time, I think that once it goes under 0.005, which it did a few days ago, went to like 0.00 from here down to here. People saw that, like, nope, buying right now, and it went, and it just did like a V very, very quickly. So I don't know if people overcompensate for that, because they're not all going to sell right away on Monday at 9 a.m. Like, it's going to be gradual, so it might even go up. I buy as soon as I can, but yeah, there's a good chance that it goes down, maybe to 0.003 something, and then you're buying at the price what OMI was when they had 15,000 users. It goes to 0.0. That's bananas. That's just absolute bananas. Though, moving on, Squid Cat says, I think a limit order is safer for OMI, maybe around 0.0. Yeah, that'd be good. If it reaches 0.004 and you have to think, oh, hey, order is placed for it. So that could be good as well. That could be very useful if you don't want to. And if it doesn't hit that, okay, well, get at 0.005. Anything under a penny, in my opinion, is very, very cheap. It should be like 2 cents right now or over that. Like, again, the good catalyst that we've had, that's not been factored into OMI yet. It has not. So, no, not. Timothy Tama says, have you seen the weird mountain ranges on E2? Yeah, E2 3D map. Yeah, they're great. They're really fun. And that's why again, Chaveztopia is next to a big mountain range, or at least part of it is. Good defense. We are surrounded by mountains. And I think I have some of the mountains as well, just so I can put like turrets up there in the warring world, like protect Chaveztopia, you know. So that would be really fun as well. That'd be cool. Moving on, Timothy Tama says, almost looks like a border wall for property in some spots. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what I'm doing. And let's say if we have some rock type Pokemon or rock type NFTs, gonna get a field bonus when they go and attack. So that is why I did that. Maxwell Cook says, I'm no day flipper, just took the advantage of Elon being on SNL tomorrow night and threw my paycheck on it. Oh, wow. And have kept a close eye on it. Up $50 right now. Stay tuned. I am staying tuned. I am edge of my seat. She smashed the radio with the Board of Education. Turn up the static left of the state of the nation. Turn up the flames, step on the gas. That was some Green Day. I think it was International Super Hits I was on. I think it was called Maria. I just, every half hour I go and shout out my Patreon members on there, and I just flash them. I don't flash them out. Flash the names of my Patreon members. So, moving on. Yeah, just sold dope shit midnight Saturday. I have a wedding tomorrow, and I'm figuring out how to sneak away for like 45 minutes just to try to see what Elon says, see what he does. Could you imagine if that's where he announces, like, yeah, you're gonna be able to play Earth 2 in my in Teslas? Could you? Or just saying like, hey, yeah, you're gonna be able to display your Vive collectibles in my Teslas. Because I mean, Teslas will be able to talk to each other as well, so you'll be able to. Oh God, that'd be so cool. I would leave the wedding, strip off my tuxedo, and just go streaking. Be like, yes, yes, yes. Like, I feel like that's a SpongeBob meme. Yes, woohoo, go Squidward, right on. Grandmaster Mawile says, if you go into an Earth 2 strip club and another player is grinding on you, that player is in a female avatar but a guy in real life, would you be okay with that? I mean, if that person's mental health depended, I don't know, man. Like, would I feel it? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, is it like wrong of me to? I mean, in real life, if it's, you know, if you have, you know, okay, like, you know, please don't touch me, but you know, and I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I'll let you know if it happens, and if it happens, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how I react. Doug E. Fresh says, is there even a second place competitor that has maybe a couple licenses, or is Vive like light years ahead of the competition with all the licenses they have secured? Well, it depends on what space we're going into, because as far as NFTs, well, you have Top Shot, NBA Top Shot, yeah, that's a good second place right now. Actually, they might even be considered ahead of them just based on market cap, just because their NFTs sell for hundreds of thousands, where I think the record on here is like 27,000, or I don't know what record the NFTs have on Vive, but the idea that that's just packs. You can't. They're not really interactive. That you can't do anything with them. But you can do a lot of things, and you're gonna be able to rent out your NFTs as well. Like saying like, hey, we have this amount of we have this battle coming up. Can I borrow your Batman? Yeah, give me like $10, for the hour. Yeah, go crazy. Okay, so rent that out. Same way as like Teslas, where you're gonna have full self-driving. You're gonna send it out, basically Uber for you. Your NFTs will be able to make you money. Same way in Earth 2. Oh, you want to rent out my building for a month? For your meetings, go on ahead. And you just make money while you're sleeping. That's one of the best feelings. Wake up like, look at that. I did it. But as far as another second place, I don't know if anyone else has. There probably are. They probably have licenses that might be similar to Kripkins or might be similar to Ultramant. The license that really people might not have heard of or they're lesser. Obviously, Vive's got like the big ones. So if they have the big ones, like I said, they haven't announced Disney yet, although we're pretty sure they definitely have their foot in the door with Marvel and all that. But they have DreamWorks, they have Hasbro, G.I. Joe, and they have so many big companies. They'll try. It's like so. Picture. I think the way, like the blueprint I would have if I were trying to compete with Vive would be similar to Moneyball. And if no one's ever seen Moneyball, Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, it's the Oakland A's, where they lose Jason Giambi to a trade to the Yankees. They lose their star players, and like, all right, we have $7 million to try to build a superstar team. And then Jonah Hill goes, well, we don't need to. We need to just, how do we win? All right, it's get down to runs. How do we get runs? We have to get on base. Who gets on base the most? And then figure out this formula. So what I would do if I was a competitor against Vive is I would take what licenses I could get, and I would make sure that I would do TikToks with those licenses, Snapchat, Instagram videos, these shorts on YouTube, and I would go and I would say like, hey, you like these? Like, make them entertaining, make them funny, and then put at the end, collect here, get your own here, be part of this amazing world, be a part of this universe where you're going to be able to take these, make money with them, dress them high. Like, if I know anything about teenagers, I lived with one for a couple of years, is that they buy anything if they come in like a leopard print, if they come in something that you can customize, like NFTs, be able to change their outfits, and that's another way to make money. Put like Superman, you want to have a black cape, put that on there. So I would get as many licenses as I could. Whichever ones I could, I would make shorts, skits with them, and blast them all over everywhere. And that's what I would do. So whoever is in second place right now, they're not doing that. They are not utilizing that. I wish like Nintendo would do that. That'd be so good for their company. It'd be so good for their stock. But they're not. So whoever is in second place, they're a long way away. Like they're a long way away. Fanbolin's Camping says, what do you know of market sales of Vive NFTs? In a few articles I read, they referenced a few sales of Vive collectibles on eBay. How does that work? Looks like you can download the file. So eBay has been toying with the idea of being able to sell NFTs and those type of things on their website. I don't think anything's official yet, but again, stuff like that, it takes a while. Like if things happen in 6 months, that is lightning fast for companies. That's like, oh wow, we did this at real, it should probably just take, a couple of weeks, like going over details, contracts, DocuSign it out, done. But you have to have lawyers go over it. You have to have meetings. That's what I don't like about these big, huge public companies that just like, hey, we have to have meetings about it. Like, I dislike that a lot. So, but eBay will, that'll happen. eBay right now, they don't have the protection for NFTs, for anything virtual. But once they do have the protection, once they figure out the language and the lawyers are able to do that, they will. I don't know when though. Maybe the end of this year, probably early next year though. Basilio says, Randy started faking a stomach ache an hour before Elon speaks. Complaining about your stomach ache during the whole hour to build credibility, then finally just excuse yourself to the toilet and watch it. That's a really good idea. That's a lot better idea than I had. I had the idea of flinging myself down the stairs just hard enough so that I had to like excuse myself, but not so hard that I actually died. But I like your idea a lot better, Because I mean, at a wedding, there's food, you overeat, like, oh, hey, liquor. So that's a good. Thank you, Celia. I will use that one. Maxwell Cook says, hey, he will say you can buy a Tesla with Doge. I don't think so. I do not think that will happen. Because again, Elon is very smart. He likes Doge as a joke. I don't think he's going to accept Doge as payment for a Tesla. I do not believe that would be possible. Just because, again, that's just going to lose money, in my opinion. If I could have a talk with Elon right now, I'd be like, yo, Pam, like, meme it up, but please do not do that. Please do not accept Doge. That again, that's great for you guys that have it, and you can see it, spike a little bit if it does. But again, I see that not going well at all. I don't think he would do that. I really don't. I would bet money that he doesn't. Damn, you're still alive. I'm always alive, Frankie boy. I'm gonna be alive forever. Well, not alive. I mean, like, live here forever. You know what I mean? What is your least favorite Pokemon? I don't think I would have a least favorite. Maybe Whitney's Miltank. Not Miltank in general, but yeah, Whitney's Miltank. That's just it's just so good for that early in the game. Having Rollout, having Stomp, having Milk Drink, having that's just not fair. Like that's rude. That's just like like you have to have a Pokemon several levels higher, or you have to have a Machop just like low kick the heck out of it. That's the only way, because you can't have. I don't think any Pokemon can learn Dig by that time, and I don't think any Pokemon can learn Fly at that time. So it's not going to miss a Rollout. That's I dislike that. I don't. But outside of that, I don't think there's a Pokemon that should deserve to be disliked for anything. A specific Pokemon, not a Pokemon of that type. Yeah. Don't you think we should save a space in Chaveztopia to create the biggest NFT museum of Earth 2? Yes. And I have to. Well, how big? Because I know if we build, let's say, like a 50 tile space for it, some dill hole. I got 20 likes. Thank you guys. Is gonna be saying like, hey, we're gonna build 51, and then we're just gonna be, one-upping each other. But yeah, we definitely. I definitely do want a museum. Maybe I should have 2 museums, one for NFTs, or maybe they could just be different parts of a big museum. This part is NFTs, this part is actual drawings, this part is actual, from people. Citizens of Chaveztopia, things that we think are cool. These are quilts. These are, that's a good idea. Vittorio again says, to do so, we could gather the Vive collections of all your community. Let's say the person who wants to be involved in the project could have between 1 and 9 tiles in this museum exhibit. Yeah, that'd be perfect if we build it up so it's not just my tiles, because then I think they would have to like lend me their NFTs, and let's say they have a really cool NFT and they need it for a fight, or they need it for an interaction or whatever, and it's like, oh, we don't have this NFT right now. Yeah, so to have it on their tiles would be good. That'd be fun. I only have 2 NFTs right now, so I'd have to buy more. But that's the other thing with OMI, is that if they're gonna have a warring world as well, and let's say you have a same type attack bonus, or you have an attack bonus where you have 2 of the same creature going into each other. Okay, well, with that Cryptkins, some of them are something like $7 or $15. You buy like 100 of those, and then suddenly you have this army and just could overwhelm everything. I don't think people are thinking about that yet, though. So, and it's something that, that'd be really cool. Bert Julian says, hello, Randy. Hello, Bert Julian. How's it going? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Maxwell Cook says, Gary V in second place. Yeah, when Gary, well, his NFTs are just going to be his drawings, though. They're not going to be like interactive. It's just going to be drawings that he's done. Like if he were to have a license for somewhere, then I could picture him doing that, because he puts out content. He puts out more content than Cavell Anderson. Cavell Anderson, that's all he does is just videos of content. So he doesn't have licenses to my knowledge, unless VaynerMedia or VaynerX or any one of his companies do. But yeah, he's definitely going to be big in that NFT market as well. I wonder what Elon Musk is like behind the scenes. He's probably just himself. He's probably just... There was a story that I read on Reddit. Somebody had an experience with Elon Musk. Like, he was at the Tesla store in like somewhere in California, and he goes up to him like he doesn't know who Elon Musk is. Like, excuse me, do you work here? And Elon Musk is like, no, Yeah, kind of. And it says, what can you tell me about the stereo surround sound for the Model S? And then I was like, let me see if I can find someone that can help you. And this guy just goes, "Nah, I'm just messing with you, man." And it's like, "That's great." Yeah, so he has a sense of humor. Again, he's a nerd. He's a weeb. He's like us. So I love him so much. Wanga rigs in, says, "What up?" Oh, he says he just woke up. Hello, Wanga. How's it going? Dougie Fresh says, "Did you sell your first edition Charizard and Blastoise to buy OMI?" I did not have a first edition Blastoise. My first edition Charizard base set BGS 9, I did not. That card and my Blaine's Charizard's first edition PSA 10s, those I am keeping. The rest I'm going to sell. And even those Charizards, because that's one of my favorite Pokemon. I have Blaine's Arcanines too. That trying to sell one of them. I have 3 more left after that. Maybe I'll keep one. I'm gonna buy those back. Every card that I'm selling, I'm gonna buy back. Because again, I like the artwork. I like looking at it. I like the history. The only reason I'm selling all these right now is because we have a limited time to buy these at this price, and we'll never get it at these prices again. So with Pokemon, yeah, same thing. But Pokemon, I expect to 3, maybe 5x over the next decade. This is gonna 12x by the end of the year. Like what? That's it's not even a hard call. I mean, it is. It's rough because I get emotional when I package up some of these cards. Like I only have one of. It's like, oh, my heart. But I have to do it because that's my feelings have to go on the back burner when it's about making money because if I choose not to do it for some personal feelings, well that takes away from the animals that I can help in the future. So kind of like self-sacrifice thing. You got to do that. Moving on to some more speculation and hydration. Everyone, this is your chance. Hydrate right now. Is that the marketplace for the NFTs or marketplace for tiles for Earth 2, like I said, is going to be in different layers. It's going to be affected by the class tiles that you have. And they've also said that in the, not only the class tiles that you have, but they've also said they're going to give bonuses for large plots of land that are untouched. Large plots of land that are untouched that you're going to get bonuses for. So it's going to be different where if you had 750, you bought 100 tiles and you buy another 100 tiles and you buy another 100 tiles, they'll have a bigger bonus for you if you just buy a plot of 750 and leave it alone. And eventually you're going to be able to section parts of it off. I'm going to sell 5 of these tiles out of my 750 and so on and so forth. Basilio, what was your message? Comment down below what your message was. And then I'll get right on it. Oh, I'll probably stream for another, 10-15 minutes, and then I'll go because, like I said, I have a wedding tomorrow. I have to repaint my nails. Like, look at these. These need to be painted. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It is 11:30. Tell me what everyone's doing on this wonderful Friday night. I've been staring at the same jar of peanut butter forever. I dare not show it, or I might get demonetized. I don't know. Grandmaster Wild says, you mentioned in a previous stream a way to gain traction in E2 is to start your own YouTube channel, talking about Earth 2. Any tips on getting your channel noticed by people? Put out content every day. Go and share it on the Facebook official community. Share it on the Facebook users group, E2 users group, and then just on your own page. Share it on Reddit. Share it on Twitter. Share it everywhere, and just put out content every single day. That's what I was literally making like 5 videos a day, 2 or 3 of which happened to be with Earth 2 because I started with Tesla and Pokemon, and then I went to Earth 2, and I was doing podcasts, I was doing this, so yeah, do that. Do the it's work. I made videos for like 8 months, and I had like 200 something subscribers before Earth 2, and then it was like, oh, and then I started, and then I found OMI, so kind of grew again. But even now, I'm only gaining a couple of subscribers each day. Where at sometimes even a few weeks ago, I was gaining like 20, 30 subscribers a day, and now it's like down to like four or five subscribers a day. Because well, I'm also just doing more streaming, and I'm not really, and I stream for a long time too, so people don't really like that. I might stream early tomorrow, but that'll be it. I can't stream tomorrow night. I might not stream until Sunday night after tomorrow morning. So let me know. Let me know what you guys want. Curton55 says Earth 2 Land Class 1 tiles are all almost 60 cents minimum. I mean, if you can get them, it's probably worth it. Because again, getting a Class 2 tile at 30 cents or Class 1 tile 60 cents, will class 1 give you 2 times the essence and materials resources as class 2? I don't know. I don't know what the ratio breakdown is going to be. But once we know the ratio breakdown, then we can dollar cost average. Okay. Well, if class 1 tiles only give you 1.5 times the tile, the same type of resources and essence that class 2 tiles give you, then you're not going to pay 2x for it. If it only gives you 1 point, you're just going to get this class 2 tiles. Yeah. Oh. Oh, Vizio said put 64 on Doge this morning and was at 71 this afternoon. Then sold and took $7 profit. Nice. Keep that up. That is lunch. That is lunch right there. Cynox says, what do you think about Eternity chain? Eternity? Like, did you misspell Ethereum? I don't know. I'm not sure what Eternity is, so I haven't looked into it. Again, for Ethereum, yeah, that's great. Ethereum 2.0 would be even better. Pamela's Camping says, come on, go live from the wedding. The other guests will love it. If I ever get married, I might live stream the wedding. There's this one guy called Safety Chris, I think his name was. He's the one that did the Hey Little Sparta. He had this little cat. His name's Sparta. It was like one of the most viral videos, like in the late 2000s. Like, hey Little Sparta, what is with all the fight? It was really good. He had a cute cat. And he live streamed his wedding, and all like the big YouTubers were there at the time. The guy that sang Chocolate Rain, like Chocolate Rain, some stay dry and others feel the pain. So he was there. The Shay Tards were there. Shay Carl and his family. I won't have any other. Maybe if I get married, Aria Realty will be at the wedding, and we're gonna live stream next week. We're gonna have a combined live stream, me and Aria Realty. So that'll be interesting. That'll be fun. We have to figure out how to do it, or he might come here, I might go there. He's starting school though in a couple weeks, so I have very few time with him before that starts. But if I get married, I'll live stream my wedding for you guys. I won't be able to interact as much really. I'll probably be pretty drunk. Oh God. Yes, I should, and I will. Kurtan55 says, how much do you think Pi Network will be worth when it comes out on exchange? So just to make this comparison, the Stellar Luna, whatever that one is, that had like maybe 20 billion of those coins, and it started off at like 40 cents. So if Pi Network at the end of this year has 80 billion coins, so it has 4x the amount of coins, give or take, then it should be 1/4 the price. And if Stellar Luna was about 40 something cents, it makes sense that Pi would be about 10 cents per coin. If it's around the same, again, I don't know, Stella's like number 9 or number 14 on the list, and Pi is obviously not that big yet, but it's not on any exchanges. Will they have their own exchange? Will they have some? I don't know. But I would say 10 cents, and as soon as it comes out, it's probably going to take a nosedive, because I only have maybe like 10,000 coins, whereas a bunch of other people, I've seen them have like millions of coins. They're getting like 1,000 coins a minute. I was like, what? Yeah, they have millions. So there's a lot. Again, there's 80 billion coins, or there's going to be by the end of the year. Wes says Eternity Chain is an NFT company, been the biggest NFT company so far, but Vive hasn't put much content out yet. Oh, all right. I have to look at that then. So they might even be farther ahead. I haven't looked for it. And had I not looked for the currency that Earth 2 might use, I probably wouldn't have found Vive. Yeah, so I'll look for that, and then maybe that'll be in my live stream tomorrow. Who knows? How many OMI coins do you think there will be in 10 years? Oh God. How many OMI coins? Let's say we burned 4 billion in a couple months, let's say half a year within. I don't think we'll burn another 4 billion in the same time frame, just because the price is going to go up. As the price goes up, less get burned. Yeah, that's going to be really hard. That's why I don't want the price to go up, because as the price goes up, these coins are going to be burned at a lot less ratio. But also, instead of every 2 weeks, now they have drops every week. So with the drops every week, yeah, that's good, and more content too, because they had more For Ultraman, they did not have as many NFTs as Kripkins. Kripkins, they had 77,000 of them, and they went like that. 22 minutes. Ultraman did not have that many options. So they are selling more, and they're going to sell more frequently because they're going to do more drops, and probably for a little bit higher numbers. And again, these are things that nobody really ever heard of Kripkins before then. Ultraman. I love comic books. I didn't hear of Ultraman before then. Japanese comic book, Japanese superhero. So when they get into really popular things, now that they have a lot of users and only growing, yeah, it's going to be huge. But how many OMI there will be in 10 years, I have no idea. I'm not going to try to speculate on that. But by the end of this year, maybe we could probably burn another 4 or 5 billion. Maybe the goal would probably be to burn 10 billion OMI by the end of the year. But I think we could burn 10 billion OMI by the end of the year. That's my hypothesis, is what I'm hypothesizing. Fambulance Camping says, more drops, more users, more. Secondhand sales. Absolutely. Zan Tomek says, do you think that Binance NFT marketplace can be a serious competitor to Vive? Yes. I mean, Binance is huge. That's got that has more money flowing through it than Coinbase. So if they have like an NFT exchange, yes, that's something that could be a competitor where you can be able to sell on there as opposed to selling on the marketplace with Vive. I don't think they'll get the amount of same licenses as Vive has, or maybe they could try to pay more money for it. But again, they'll try. We'll see what happens. They might be a competitor in the future, or they might be a serious competitor in the future. Definitely not now. Definitely not in the next, not in the next year, at least. Because again, things take time with these big companies. Vasilio says Ultraman was big in South America back in the early 80s. Really? Ultraman's been around for a while. Yeah. That's something that I should probably know that. I'm from Peru. I gotta get with my Peruvian brethren and share some Ultraman with them. I gotta get cultured. How should I wear my hair tomorrow for the wedding? Should I just put it up in I don't think I can do a man bun. Maybe a ponytail. Maybe I'll just gel it and I'll try to look like Loki. Loki in Avengers, where he's just got the hair like all gelled and back there, where he's at the Opera House in Germany. Oh, Germany's so much fun. Synox says, are you going to continue to do videos through the bear market? I'm going to need emotional support for sure. Yes, I'll do videos all the time, and that's going to be where Mr. Chavez is going to go crazy. He's going to put everything in during the bear market. Yeah, when there are bear markets, altcoins take like a 80 to 90% haircut. So if it's 10 cents, might go down to 2 cents, might go down to 1 penny. I'll be there to rebuy in, because I will have more confidence buying in at 1 penny then, because the price will have already been 10 cents. So going down to a penny. Oh yeah. But that's if that happens, and I don't know if it happens, and that's if it only goes to 10 cents. It might go to much higher. It might go to 50% higher. It might go to 15 cents, and then maybe only drop down to 1.5 to 3 cents. But either way, I'll continue to do videos as long as I'm interested in it, as long as there's news to report, as long as there's speculation to be had, which is what I do. Yes, 100%, I will do that. I will support you emotionally here and forever. I'm here, Chavez, your bae. Let's go to Japan, says Grandmaster Wawa. I had a chance to go to Japan with a girl I was dating, like 2017. Yeah, 2018. This girl Heidi, she was great. She had 2 kids, and one of her kids was a little older, so I didn't really hang out much with him. But she had this younger kid, Donnie, who was so cool, man. He was so chill. He liked Pokemon. He liked anime, and we would just bro out. It was like, oh, you play this video game, and he was like 13, 14, or whatever. And I was like 27. so I was closer to age of the son than I was with her, with mom. But she loved that. She's like, oh, I love how you just get along with my son. He doesn't have a lot of friends. I was like, oh, I'll get him. He's a fun kid. And she's like, he's always wanted to go to Japan. And he's like, if you go with me, I'll buy your ticket. I was like, oh. But at that point, again, I was so focused on the business, I didn't take it. I should have gone. I had friends there too. I had friends stationed at Kadena Air Base. Yeah, so that would have been a lot of fun. I just didn't go. I should have. I missed my chance with her. I can still go again by myself. Cut your hair for the way. It's tomorrow. I'm not cutting my hair. Heck no. Get the heck out of here. Aaron Finn, you bite that tongue. You bite that tongue. I thought about it actually, but I can't. I can't cut it for one day. I shaved for this one day, and subscribers went uncontrollable flailing of the upper extremities. Get all Antonio Banderas. Oh, that's a good idea. You ever see Once Upon a Time in Mexico? Good idea. So at 1 hour, 30 minutes, what is Billy Joe, you just created your very first album. How does it feel? Wonderful. Wait, no, that was the first one. This is a public service announcement, and this is only a test. Emergency evacuation protest may impair your ability to operate machinery. Can't quite tell. Hey guys, how's it going? So again, with the hour 30 bar, every half hour I go and I give my Patreon members a shout out. I'm probably going to end it soon. My voice hurts and I need to rest. Kurton55 says Ethereum Classic went crazy this week. Bunch of coins have been going crazy. Again, billions of dollars are flowing through Binance. Billions of dollars flowing through that, and we have so much to so we have so much to learn from that, because like, where's the money going? Yeah, a lot of it's going into Bitcoin, but a lot of it's going into altcoins as well. When we get on Binance, and we will, pew 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 pew. Honda Dream says, hi, greetings from Austria. Did you see the 3D map on Earth 2? There are some interesting shapes on that map. What could that be? So hello, Honda Extreme, guten Tag. What are some interesting shapes on the map? I didn't see the interesting. Well, like the mountain ranges with the 3D map, because those are pretty fun. Like again, I'm not sure exactly what shapes you're looking at, but the mountain ranges seem to be fun. I don't know if I have any particular shapes that have thoughts of that. What they could be? Maybe caves. Caves on the mountains, that'd be really fun. Like mine in the caves of Moria. You know, if we're going all, Lord of the Rings. I really do have to go, so I'll answer these last two and I'm done. Have you ever think to be a singer? I actually cannot sing. Like I'm not good. I've thought about it like right now, but outside of that, like I love karaoke, but I really don't think I sound good. Like I get like the songs I sing, it doesn't matter. Like if I'm singing like few times I've been around that track, you know, if we're going all Gwen Stefani, or if I do like, you know, Skater Boy or Cascada, like nobody cares how good you are. They're pumped, they're drunk, they're getting, you know. But I think one of the best ones I do is probably Vivir Mi Vida by Mark Anthony. He's like, you know, again, my voice being very tired because I've been doing nothing but streaming the last couple of weeks. Yeah. What do you drive? I drive a 2012 Honda Civic, and next year I will be driving a Cybertruck. So I cannot wait for that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. My voice is dying. I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi, bye-bye Dashi. And then, sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Yes, I will. When you zoom in, there are circles with sharp marks. I can't explain that so good. Okay, that's fine. Honda Extreme. I'll look at that now, and I will say that in tomorrow's video. But goodbye, guys. Everyone have a good one. Me also Honda fan. Yes. All right, goodbye, guys. Thank you for the super chats again. I love you all.